Greetings to all Southern Cameroonians on Ground Zero and across the entire world. This is King H. I'm here to address the latest video of Tapang Tanku. And on this video, he gave 20 points or reasons why Southern Cameroon is winning. But I say Southern Cameroon is not winning. Southern Cameroon has actually lost a lot. And I will state the reason why. But there are some advantages, some points that make sense to the fact that Southern Cameroon has become ungovernable. La République du Cameroon cannot govern Southern Cameroon. That is true. But it has come with a price, an expensive price. In Tapang Agovc's video, he stated that when La Republic started the fight, they had 15,000 military forces. And out of those 50,000 military forces, there are remaining 12,000 military forces. 12,000. Which means that all the forces on Ground Zero have contributed to the killing of 3,000 La Republic forces. But in the killing of 3,000 La Republic forces, 15,000 citizens of Anglophones, of Southern Cameroonians have been killed. 15,000. The equivalent is 3,000 to 15,000. So by the time we kill another 3,000, which will bring it to 9,000, another 15,000 citizens of Southern Cameroon will be killed, which will be equivalent to what? 30,000 citizens of Southern Cameroon will be killed if we killed 3,000 more. And if you hit another 3,000 more from what is left, another 15,000 will be killed, which will be 45,000. If you hit another 3,000 more, 60,000 citizens of Southern Cameroon will be killed. If you hit another 3,000 more, it goes up 15,000 more. Southern Cameroonians, at this rate, by the time we win this war, many of our citizens will be killed. The reason why a national army for Ambazonia is being talked about, is being asked, is being spoken on, is because when we have a united military that is fighting for Southern Cameroon, the rate at which our people are being killed will be reduced. Many surrogates of ADF blame the county by county, but the block by block did not win either. The block by block did not contribute to the growth or to the success of the revolution in Southern Cameroon. But people seem to forget one thing. County by county is still the greatest strategy. Still the greatest. Because we still need forces to defend the counties or to defend the state. So long as the defense forces are working well coordinated together to defeat the forces of La République to Cameroon within Southern Cameroon, we'll be able to win this revolution. But because of supremacy, because certain groups want to show supremacy, they want to show that they have hegemony, they want to show that they have power over other groups. The lack of unity, the lack of teamwork, the lack of working together as Ambazonia diminishes. Tapang Tanku like to say he's a humble person, but he doesn't speak like a humble person. He speaks like a dictator. He speaks like a tyrant. He says Cho Ayaba is a humble person, but I don't see no humbleness in Cho Ayaba. I see a tyrant, somebody who wants to lead by any means necessary at the expense of 15,000 lives. So goes with the interim government. The interim government of Sako wants to lead at the expense of the lives of Southern Cameroonians. 15,000 people have been killed, and more will be killed without the lack of unity. So long as Southern Cameroonians on ground zero, with all the military groups on ground zero does not work together to defeat the forces of the Republic, to create a national army that would put the revolution to another map or in another way forward. We start the citizens of Southern Cameroon started this war with groups, different military groups fighting. But it has gone to a stage where groups alone cannot defeat the Republic of Cameroon. Teamwork, unity, working together for the purpose of Ambazonia, meaning that the ADF forces will have to be incorporated with all the other forces in Southern Cameroon through a national military. What is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? Why can Cho Ayaba not bring down his ego and work for, not with, but for the people of Southern Cameroon? If he cares more about the people who are dying daily, then he should be able to do that. He should be able to do that. You also stated, because it was the video was basically an attack on Eric Tatum, who spoke about national military for Southern Cameroon and who addressed Cho Ayaba. A statement was made to Cho Ayaba, and Cho Ayaba was supposed to respond. For some reason, Tapang Tanku took it on his own, or maybe after speaking with Cho Ayaba, because that's his boss. You know, that's his God, actually, not even a boss, that's his God. Many of the ADF surrogate spokespeople, from Tapang Tanku to Franklin Vela to all of those so-called ADF surrogates, they see Cho Ayaba as a god. But we don't have gods in revolution. We have men. And men should speak with men as men, not as God. Men should speak with men as men, not as God. People are dying, and people will continue to die. People will continue to die so long as we have people with so much ego and pride who think they are the one who are going to rescue, who are going to save. They want to be the Jesus of Amazonia. They want to be the God of Amazonia. If you are the God of Amazonia, the savior of Amazonia, why don't you act as it and save those people who are dying? But you are not the God of Amazonia. You cannot be the God of Amazonia. So men must do what men must do. Teamwork is needed to save and rescue Southern Cameroon and Amazonia. All the defense forces on ground zero must defend Southern Cameroon from their counties or their state, from their towns, from their villages. Teamwork is the key to saving Southern Cameroon. Yes, with the groups, the military groups that we created to fight this revolution, we have taken this war to another level. But we also have to change with time to make sure that this revolution is successful. Changing the time does not mean that one group must have the autonomy, must have absolute control, must be the one leading. No, that's not teamwork. That's dictatorship. And that is what the ADF are trying to create inside Southern Cameroon. And that's also what the IG is also trying to create inside Southern Cameroon. Dictatorship is their way or the highway. The ADF will kill Southern Cameroon citizens by sending their defense forces. The interim government will kill Southern Cameroon citizens by sending their defense forces. Then, like Republic Cameroon will send in their own defense forces to kill Southern Cameroonians. At this rate, being killed by our own military group that is supposed to defend us, and like Republic Cameroon is killing us because they don't see us as citizens, and they want to acquire our land, our resources for their own purposes, which is actually take the resources, the money, what is found inside Southern Cameroon to support France at the expense of the citizens of Southern Cameroon and Cameroon. But Southern Cameroonians, at this moment when we show hope of defeating La Republique Cameroon, to actually defeat La Republique Cameroon, we need teamwork. We need a national military, national defense force. ADF is a group for Agovc. Just like the interim government have their own military group, because the interim government is a group, it's a political group, just like the Agovc is a political group that is fighting for the liberation of Southern Cameroon. But there are other forces on ground zero that don't have political groups, and they are also fighting for the liberation of Southern Cameroon. We take all these forces within the towns, the villages, the counties, the states, and work together. Teamwork to defend the Momo County, the Meme County, the Manu County, the Biu County, and so forth, or states. County by county, it's not the idea that killed so many citizens inside Southern Cameroon. It did. Those who are carrying guns and killing people within all the counties and states inside Southern Cameroon are the one doing the killing. But if we can unite and coordinate to a national defense force, to a national military that incorporates all the other groups, then we'll be on the roadmap of winning this revolution. But so long as ADF would show Ayaba think and believe that they are supreme, they have complete hegemony all over the other groups, and if the other groups don't become part of them, they will kill them, or they will let them die like they did with Seven Kata, as Tapang Tanku explained in his video. Lack of unity is destroying Southern Cameroon, and because some groups who think they are bigger want to control the other groups, want complete control over Southern Cameroon because they claim to be the bigger group, illustrating dictatorship. Is destroying and killing the citizens of Southern Cameroon. 15,000 people have been killed. 15,000 and more people will be killed. Those deaths are in the hands of Agovc, the interim government, and all the so-called groups because of lack of unity. Southern Cameroonians, we must rise and be counted as a united state, a united country, a united people through our military and our way of governing. Without which, by the time we win this revolution, there will be nobody to govern. Cho Ayaba must come down from his high horses and talk to the people and stop talking politics. If he thinks he's the leader of the people, then he should represent the people. He shouldn't represent his institution that he created, because his institution is not the people. Southern Cameroon must be free, but everybody in Southern Cameroon must work towards the growth of that freedom. That's the only key. A national army is needed at this moment. A lot has been done to contribute to the growth of this revolution. And it wasn't done by ADF forces alone. It was done by other forces as well. It was done by other forces as well. So let's unite. Cho Ayaba is not the country. The people make up the country. Agovc is not the country. The entire people, including Agovc, is part of the country. We cannot leave one dictatorship to another dictatorship. It won't work. The people will not accept it. And Cho Ayaba is on the path of dictatorship in Southern Cameroon. And so if the people allow him to continue to have more power over the state of Amazonia, then he will end up like President Paul Biya. No different. Listen to how Tapang Tanku was speaking. He's speaking no different like President Paul Biya, a dictator. So if the groups, the group of Agovc, the people of Agovc are speaking in such attitude, in such way, in such manner, in such dictatorship manner, what do you expect when they become, when they achieve or contribute to the growth and success of the revolution? They will become President Paul Biya. And we cannot allow that. Many people have died for the freedom of Southern Cameroon, and many more people will die. But will not die so that some people can become dictators. Joyaba is a dictator already. Even that Tapang Tanku, it's not a humble guy, it's a dictator. Dictatorship is written all over his video. It's not even about being rebel. He's been rebel even towards the people of Southern Cameroon. He's a dictator, a tyrant. And we have to tell them that. So they must change their ways and unite with Southern Cameroon so that we could fight to liberate Southern Cameroon as a team or perish. This is King H.